Hello my dudes, dudettes and people that don't quite know yet. Welcome to It's Now Gwendolyn, where I am now Gwendolyn. Today's actually more of a formal one, I suppose. So today I had my first gender clinic appointment with GenderPlus. I'm just going to speak about how the first appointment was basically. It was an hour session. I'm going to speak about how much I paid for it, what we went over, what we kind of spoke about, and just things that you guys can kind of take information from for your guys' first appointments. Especially if it's with GenderPlus, you'll have a better idea of what it's like. Because I couldn't really figure out, as much as they are very open up front with a lot of the things on their website, they don't tell you all the questions to ask, they don't tell you what it feels like, they don't tell you what kind of information to have ready, they don't tell you kind of how to be emotionally available for it. So I'm going to go over some of the things that we spoke about, just to give you guys a heads up for if and when you guys want to start your clinical journey, and you guys know what your first appointment is. I will do an update video for every single stage of it, so when I've got my second appointment in 4 weeks time, I'll do another video, and then when I've got hopefully my clinic appointment in a couple of months time, I'll do another video on that, and I'm going to document each stage, just so people can watch it and they can see, you know, what to expect, because I kind of went into it kind of blind, because I couldn't find much on it. So this is editing Gwen just very quickly. This is a very all over the place video, my head was bouncing all over the graph, so just please ignore how unfluent this is and just take in whatever information you can take from it. Bye bye. With GenderPlus, these people here, that's the logo, they are recognised by the UK government as one of the only fully registered gender health clinics. Essentially what that means is that they are able to work in congruence with the NHS and with your GPs to provide a better pathway for transitioning in healthcare. So essentially the way it works is, if you go into hormones, which is what I'm trying to do, you pay them for 24 months, and after 24 months, ideally, they've worked shit out with your GPs, and your GP just takes over, and you don't need to pay after that. That is the hope. So my first appointment was trying to set all that up, essentially. So I paid £325, it's a 1 hour assessment. The doctor I had, I don't actually want to give any names because I don't know if... Actually, no, I am going to give names because I can't see why I wouldn't. So, the doctor I had was, I'll tell you just now, GenderPlus. It was Dr. Lindsay Moon. It was, or Eggs is what her name was on Zoom. Fucking lovely woman, she was so lovely. I came on call, and she just started chatting away. She was like, oh, you're from Scotland? And then we're talking about Scotland for a wee bit. Got a wee bit sidetracked, but she was lovely. She was a lovely, lovely person. So she made it that much easier to speak to her about it. But what did we actually speak about? So first thing she asked me was about any kind of medication stuff that I'm on. So I was talking to her that I'd quit smoking, I don't drink too much. I was talking to her about my antidepressants that I'm on. Just making her aware of what medications I'm on and anything that could interrupt the process of what I wanted to do. We spoke about why I was on antidepressants. So essentially we spoke a little bit about my depression and what pathways I went through to get diagnosed and stuff like that, just so she had a more full background of my clinical background. We then spoke about things like self-harm and other stuff like that is negative, like self-harm or harm to other people, talking about anger issues and stuff like that, just getting all the more formal stuff out of the way. Which didn't take too long. I just spoke about depression and then we kind of moved on quite briefly from that. Important thing to note, it's not a therapy session. That's not why they're there. There is just to do a little kind of assessment and get to know of you, especially for the first one. So we didn't focus on that too much, but we did go over it, obviously, health and safety reasons. She then asked me about dysphoria. She asked me about how I feel in my body. She asked me about what kind of signs I had that maybe I was trans. So I went through all that stuff. I went through the kind of things that I've already spoke about on my kind of timeline video of I started cross-dressing, I was going out with a trans person, I didn't know about it, I did all the research. Basically that entire video I said to her. So if you want to know what that was for me, you can go look at that. But I essentially just went through my timeline of from start to finish, even when I came out as bi, from the very start when I came out as bi, and got bullied for it and all that stuff. I gave her the full timeline up until now. She asked me about even just my high school life, so things that maybe could have interrupted it, or maybe ACEs or adverse childhood experiences. she asked me about those, just like, were you bullied a lot, was there any family drama, this, that, the other, just trying to get a sense of who I am and what my upbringing has looked like. We then spoke about, we spoke about quite a lot actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't feel like we spoke about too much, but no, we spoke about quite a lot. We spoke about what I wanted out of transitioning. So it was, I wanted HRT, I wanted to go to the fertility clinic, we spoke about the pathways on which that would involve. But if I'm being honest, the majority of the call was spent talking about my dysphoria and like what I thought it meant to be trans. Like, so for me, this is why I'm making the video, is I didn't know what I thought it meant to be trans. Like, it's not something I'd actually considered, especially describing it to someone else. It's not something that I'd properly considered. Same with describing my dysphoria, because unlike most people, or unlike what some people say, I don't look in the mirror every single day and go, oh, no, don't like that. It's not how I am every single day. It is how I am some days, but trying to describe the impartialness of my dysphoria, that was tricky. Trying to describe what I thought it meant to be trans, that was tricky. Trying to describe why I wanted HRT, that was a tricky one too, without just saying I want to be woman, because HRT doesn't make you woman, or man, or whatever. It wouldn't make me woman. Like, that's kind of defeats the point, to be honest. It just makes you feel more appealing in your own skin, which is what I said to her. It helps me cope more, and the idea of it helps me feel more secure in my own body. But it's something a little bit trying to figure out, why do I want HRT? Because although I know, it's hard to put it into words. Especially because you also don't want to be told no. Like, you don't want to give a reason and have them be like, oh no, it's not a valid reason. So I was trying to avoid that. Not that I've got a reason for them to say no, but I didn't want to be too simplistic and have it sound like I was just some random guy that wanted tits. As fun as that would be. No. We spoke a little bit about, like, am I a trans woman, am I gender fluid and whatnot. I'd already kind of briefly touched on that, like, because I said at the start I didn't actually really know. But regardless, my pathway is the same, and that's all she really wanted to know from me, is that would my gender identity affect my future actions? Which the answer was no. Regardless of whether or not I'm trans feminine, trans woman, or gender fluid, I still want to start, like, feminising HRT, which is fine. Like, it's fine. Like, we did go on a other things we spoke about, we went on a big rant about how shit the UK government is just now, how poor the NHS is in terms of getting to see everybody, how unfair it is for people, especially in Scotland. So we went on a big rant about that. Spoke about Boris Johnson for a minute. No, not Boris Johnson. Spoke about the Prime Minister and whatnot. He's not been the Prime Minister in a hot minute. I don't know why I said that. But we spoke about a lot, but it was mainly consistent of, like I said, a wee bit of politics, what I want from it, and just giving me some hard questions just to make sure I'm fully realised on what I want to do. A lot of it kind of felt like just making sure I knew who I was and what I wanted from it. And then just to finalise the call, we did speak about, how do I phrase this? We spoke about what my next steps would be. So I have paid another £325. I am booked on 4 weeks time for a follow-up appointment, because you have to do a follow-up appointment. That's how it works. You do one appointment, you do a follow-up, and then they can pass you on to the hormone clinic. So I'll do my follow-up appointment, and then after that they'll reach out to my GP, they'll reach out to the hormone clinic, they'll get shit going, and then I can go down to London, because you have to visit in person, so I'll have to travel, and I can see them in person and discuss my hormone treatment and whatnot. But all in all, the first appointment, it met my expectations. It's kind of what I thought it would be. It was very, like, just this, that. She was, like I said, Eggs was lovely about everything. She was a beautiful person. I'm talking inside, not like she was like hot. But no, it was really good, and I just want to kind of say that you don't need to be scared of this. Like, it wasn't actually a scary thing. I wasn't scared, but that's because I didn't care. But you don't actually have to be scared of this. It's a really safe feeling call. Like, for me, for the minute she spoke to me, I felt fine. Like, I could just speak, and she was taking notes, and she was saying yeah, and she was kind of helping me finish my sentences, because she knew that I was kind of struggling to word things properly. But come the end of it, she did say that based on everything I said, she would be able to confidently diagnose me with gender incongruence or incongruence. I can't actually say the words, but I'll put the definition up here. But essentially, what that means is, yes, you trans. Essentially, basically, it just means that your gender doesn't align with your sex sign of birth. Essentially, it's a more fancy way of saying that. But it was a very productive call, and I just wanted to let everybody online know what it kind of happened, how it happened. I'm going to try to title it as such so that people can search it and find it more easily, just because I want people to be able to know what they're getting into. I want people to be able to search and go, oh, this is how this call was going to go. So hence why this is a very unedited video. I've been talking just quickly, there's been no transitions, I'm just blurting out how the call went based on my very limited notes that I took. But yeah, final thoughts, don't be scared, it was a good call, and figure out why you want HRT and what trans means to you. Because I didn't have an answer for those. It took me a wee minute of just breathing. Is my neck always this big? It took me a wee minute to kind of figure that out. But no, it was a very good call and it was worth the money, and I'm excited for the next one, and I'll update you for the next one. So until then, be happy, be you, and explore. Bye bye.